Hey, what's going on, you guys? Pretty Dish just happening. I know it's been a minute, but now is the time for me to just jump in and let you guys know what's going on. I know there's a lot of updates that's going on and around the internet, and there is people with their own narratives that are just out of this world. I just want to set the record straight. My brothers never went to jail for no domestic violence. That other girl had nothing to do with him and his case. I just want to be clear about that. It has nothing to do with it. And I even heard WAC 100 say that he was facing 40 years. Stop it. So just to set the record straight, my brother did go to trial. A couple weeks ago, he did lose the trial for 4 counts of marijuana possession in Oklahoma for 3.5 pounds of marijuana. That actually wasn't his. That was actually claimed by someone else. That was in their luggage, not even his. And so this case is like really crazy. It's a lot of bias that's happening here. But to make a long story kind of short, so he did get,
we in America, it's always going to be some bias, right? Yeah, I seen a little female too with her little story. I ain't paying no mind, bro. Free digs, I don't know what's going on. They do whatever they want to do in the legal system, bro. You know that.
Did lose his trial. He was found guilty, and he was facing 18 years minimum. And so the judge, we just went to sentencing the other day, and the judge, the DA was forcing and pressing the judge to give him 18 consecutive years to serve all 4 charges consecutively. And that was just out of this world crazy for 3.5 pounds of weed in Oklahoma, in the state that's legal. But they were very adamant about it, and the judge was ready to rule. And I just want to say I thank you that we have the mother that we have, Dr. Betty Diggs, who showed up and showed out and asked the judge if she could speak on his behalf and testify. So my mother did get a chance to testify during the sentencing, and Drea. So love you, Drea, my sister-in-law right there. But my mother got on the stand, and there were some things that were very important that was swaying the bias of this entire thing. So the DA continued to say that this bank robber needs to be in jail, that he's attempted murder.
You heard him? It's you know, they feel some type of way about all the other shit. He probably got away with it. But I was thinking, I'm like, this lady look just like Diggs, but I'm thinking that's his girl. You know how they say people date people that look, type shit, but yeah, it's his sister. Diggs' mama do be smashing for a rush, and we just heard from her not too long ago.
Needs to be in jail, and that basically it was almost like a 3 strikes. And so what my mother did, being the educated, amazing woman that she is, she got up on the stand and she let them know. I want to let you all know that this DA continues to call my son a bank robber, and he is not. He has never been convicted for robbing a bank. Let's be very clear. Judge, please go research that. He was only convicted for conspiracy. And you guys keep saying that he is an attempted murderer who needs to be in prison. You go research that case in Hawaii, and you'll see he was not convicted of attempted murder. In fact, the judge himself said that Jamal Diggs should have never been in his court for attempted murder. He should have been in there for self-defense. And that case was dismissed against him. So she set those facts straight. And the DA tried to come against her with some cross-examination, and she shut all of that down. And the judge asked for a recess. And remember, before that, he was ready to rule. He asked for a recess for 20 minutes. It took him an hour.
Look like Diggs got a fight ahead of him. You especially dealing with these people who done convicted him. They seem like they ain't playing by the rules, bro. They ain't playing fair at all.
It took him near an hour and 20 minutes to come back. And when he came back, we just assumed that he actually went to go do the research, because when he came back, his attitude was very different. And I want to be clear about this judge in Rogers County. My brother happened to be in Oklahoma when he caught this case. Oklahoma has the highest conviction rate in the United States, right? And not only does Oklahoma have the highest conviction rate in the United States, Rogers County has the highest conviction rate in Oklahoma. So Rogers County, basically one of the highest conviction rates in the U.S. and the worst place for him to catch a case. And this particular judge is known for giving out crazy life sentences for crazy things that don't even need that amount of time. So there was a lot of nervousness going on. And when I tell you, I went into prayer, because if you know who I am, I'm a praying woman. My brother even has a song, Pray For Me, D. And he knew I went to prayer. And that night before sentencing, I went into prayer, and all I heard was there is going to be an interruption in the judgment. And I text my brother a message, and I gave him the same prayer. And I said, God is going to give an interruption in this judgment. And all day while they were in court.
Now, I don't mean to keep cutting her off, but speaking of the Most High, right? If you don't think it's something spiritual going on for everybody in the world to hate so-called black people, right? And for the judicial system, for the world to be in a certain man's hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like
I continue to pray for that interruption in judgment. And I believe, and we truly believe, that my mother was the interruption of that judgment. Praise God. Because her testimony with a couple with Dria's testimony really gave better insight into who my brother was. So when the judge came back, instead of that 18 years consecutive time he was seemed to be ready to give, he went ahead and gave him 10 years. What he did was he put the four concurrent, and then he added the 6 consecutive. So he did get 10 years. But here's a caveat with that. They're in Oklahoma, in a state where you only need to serve 33% of your time. So that'll be about 3.5 years, 3 years and so many months. What time served? So we're looking at a maximum of 3 years. But as you know, people who are in these systems, they know that even that that max time is just max time. That really doesn't mean that. As well as Oklahoma is exceedingly overcrowded. So we're hoping for good behavior, time served. And another thing I do want to say is that he'll be going to camp soon. So he's not going to be in a prison as such, but he'll be in a camp. He'll be moved in a couple days. And he's in great spirits. And just know that we still are appealing. We still are appealing because all those charges are so ridiculous. And the time, even 10 years. I mean, we're glad because it's not 18 consecutive, but even 10 years is crazy. Crazy for 3.5 pounds of weed. Again, that was not his, as someone else claimed, took the charge for, and did their time for already. So here we are, you guys. This is what your update looks like, but keep fighting, keep praying, and we're going to keep saying free J Diggs because he will be free. And we give all the honor to God and glory to God, but also to the mother that we have who we own her shit. So stick with me, more to come, and happy holidays, y'all. We will be continuing to celebrate like we do, all Dig style fashion.
When you're traveling out of town, one of the most overlooked but most important things you can do is understand the laws of
that thought in your business. Oh, matter of fact, tap in with me, bro. I think I got your number still. We just tap in. We need to tap in. I got a new phone, bro. But yeah, so and salute to his mama, bro. For one, for two, this shit right here, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's so absurd that it's still people in jail, bro, for weed, bro. For some damn plants that grow out the ground, these people, bro. It's
the city and state you're stepping into. Just because something is legal where you're from does not mean it carries over once you cross the state lines. And if you don't respect that difference, you could end up paying for it in a way that changes your life forever. Just like what happened with J Diggs. For example, carrying a large quantity of weed might not raise eyebrows in California, where marijuana is legalized and regulated. But take that same situation to a state like Texas, and now you're dealing with felony charges, serious prison time, and zero sympathy from the system. Different state, different rules, different consequences. That's why knowing the law isn't optional, it's survival. Now let's talk about the age factor, because that matters too. J Diggs is around 50 years old, and at that stage in life, getting caught up in something like this is honestly played out. Not in a disrespectful way, but in a realistic, life is short way. By that age, most people are either retiring or preparing to retire, still working but enjoying life, or simply grateful to still be here in the land of the living. At 50, you're on borrowed time already. Every year counts. Every day matters. Sitting down for a decade at that age hits different than if this was someone in their early 20s or even mid-30s. Back then, you could at least say, young, reckless, learning. But at 50, that's time you don't get back. And let's be clear about something else. No matter what anyone says, J Diggs did not deserve 10 years over a marijuana charge. That punishment is excessive, outdated, and doesn't fit the crime. Especially when other states are making
just imagine how many other cats they done did that shit to, bro. Just took somebody's life, bro. And this shit is we under they she point you got a point, right? I mean, in your business you got a point, right? You say it's good to know the law each state you go to, bro. They running this shit from here to damn. You understand me, bro? They got this shit sold up, bro. The same people running this shit, they be on this shit.
Millions off the same substance legally. There's a real disconnect between modern laws and old school sentencing, and people keep getting crushed in the middle of it. First, education has to come first. Anyone traveling, especially artists, rappers, or public figures, needs to know exactly what's legal and what's not in every state they pass through. That means checking state laws before traveling, avoiding interstate transport of anything questionable, using...
Let's just be real. Shout out In Your Business TV. Make sure y'all go tap in. I'm going to have a link to the channel in the description, right? See, the thing is, right, most of these laws were set in place to apprehend certain people. Feel me? It's like, it's just so crazy, right? That, and then we in 2025, bro. I got to kick some real shit to you real quick because the next video is going to be on the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? The little Grinch situation that been going on. And it's time for we to talk about some real shit, bro. I'm tired of these people. Not tired. It is what it is. I understand what's going on at this point, right? And I see that you know, being so-called black, you don't have many allies, right? In this, that, and the third. And, you know, it's on top of that, right? The people who's running this shit, it's crazy because it's people who, like, the people who running this shit, they running everybody. At this point, if you in the 99%, bro, don't, you know, it's certain little barriers and matrices that keep people, that give people the illusion of being grander than they is, or you know what I'm saying? And it's a coincidence that the people at the top, you know, it's all type of people at the top. Asian, African, white, this, that, and the third. But guess what they all got in common, bro? The bag. The money, bro. So the people at the bottom is just like, you know, they down there crying and bitching about little dumb shit being taken advantage. It just, bro. It's just crazy to see that you already ruling this shit. You already got this shit, right? They already running the show, but you want to tell a motherfucker what they can't smoke, what they can't drink, when to drink, when to stop at a red light, all this shit. Go get your shit registered. Go do this. Go do that. And it just right on top of. Just imagine, right? You got to do everything that they tell you to do. You gonna do it, which I'm not. I don't want to complain so much, but what make it that much worse, right? You so-called black and everybody acting like they hate you. Like what, bitch? Like and trying to act like it can just ignore the you know, the people that came before them and did everything they had to do, like all the marching, all the civil rights, all the this, all the that. And this how we get repaid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, see, it's a trip, right? Because the system, you know, they'll say it don't see color. AI see color. So you can't tell AI be on some little fake racist shit because it's based off of people, right? When you introduce something new into the algorithm, AI is learning from that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into the database and it reacts as such, and you know it's learning from us. And everybody is racist and hate black people. So what you think AI gonna do? You know, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of people, bro. And then the people that say they fuck with black people, they don't check their peoples, bro. That's supposed to be racist. Or that's whatever, not supposed to be, but that are racist or might say some racist dumb shit in their houses and shit. People don't check their peoples about that shit. They feel better by trying to act like they better than they see. It's just, you know, it's tough, bro. But it's good. It's love. We on to the next one. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all think. See, we managed to put on a smile. And black women, I be seeing them too. They be like, oh, we the most hated. It's like they, you know, black women go through it too, so-called black men. It's just crazy how like the divide and conquer shit is so real, bro. Cause they'll make you feel like, yeah, y'all ain't together. Y'all, this is a man, this is black, white, man, boy, girl, boy, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. And then it's just, it's on every level. It's like that instead of we the people, bro.
Oh, nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. greater, ho. Don't play me like no shit, cause I never capped